In order to understand how lipids are handled by your digestive tract, that's the fats and oils, we need to talk about hydrophobic and hydrophilic molecules. A lot of times in the sciences, when you're learning new vocabulary, you need to break words down into their parts. So let's look at the parts, the root words, in both hydrophobic and hydrophilic. First, look at the prefix. It's the same in both words, hydro. Hydro refers to water. Anytime you see hydro, you know you're talking about water. Think hydroplanes or hydroponics. Now, let's look at the suffixes. These are different between the two words. Philic refers to love, like Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love. So hydrophilic means water loving. Here we have phobic. If you have a phobia, you're scared of something, right? So hydrophobic means water fearing. So that's all well and good, but now what does that really mean? Hydrophilic, water-loving compounds or molecules are those that dissolve easily in water. So these include ionic compounds, like salt. They dissolve very easily in water. Let's take a look at an ionic compound in water. Remember from our previous video that ionic compounds dissociate in water. So what you have dissolved in the water is actually a bunch of positively charged ions in green here and negatively charged ions in yellow. See, water molecules have these partial positive and negative charges on them. So ions with their whole charges, their whole negative and whole positive charges, and some molecules that also have partial charges, they're attracted to the partial charges on the water molecules. Opposites attract. The negative charge is attracted to the partial positive charges on water, and the positive ions are attracted to the partial negative charges on water molecules. So all of these ions, they mix in very, very well. They love interacting with the water molecules. Hydrophobic, water-fearing compounds do not dissolve in water. Hydrophobic molecules, like these red hexagons, have no charge. They're neutral. Because they have no charge, they're not attracted at all to the partial charges on water molecules. So these guys stay aloof, off by themselves. And because they're excluded by the water molecules, they clump back together with each other. See, all of these water molecules with their partial charges are attracted to each other, and the neutral molecules, the hydrophobic molecules, are separated off. Now, lipids, fats and oils, are hydrophobic, so think about making salad dressing. Oil is a lipid, vinegar is a watery solution. They don't mix easily. You have to shake the bottle vigorously to mix the two together, and even then, the oil settles back out when you stop shaking. That settling of the oil, well, that's the lipids in the oil clumping back together, like this. When you think about what happens in your digestive tract, remember that your digestive enzymes, the proteins that actually break down your food, they're in a watery solution, kind of like the vinegar in our salad dressing analogy. So how are they supposed to attack the lipids in your food? Lipids are like the oil in our salad dressing. They don't like to mix with the watery solution that the enzymes are in. Now you have some mixing that goes on in your small intestine that helps the digestive enzymes mix with the lipids. But you also have a product called bile. Bile kind of coats the lipids, making them easier to mix with the watery fluid the enzymes are in.